Casey Kaminski with us here in the John Mendola Show via Lake Lehman. Casey, what's your role on the team this year on offense or defense?
Being a big part of the passing game, more or less, now on offense, since we're incorporating a lot more passing on it. A lot of fakes also, because if you run passes a lot, they're going to start jumping the routes. Defense, same thing, shutdown corner. That has been going on at Lehman with these corners. Everyone always says, oh, what's the deal with the corners this week? Oh, the passing against them is going to be rough. But I have always thought it was been pretty good, more or less on both sides. But yeah, pretty much just passing.
Work ethic. What kind of work ethic do you have with the game of football?
Constantly, every day of the week, even on the weekends, you're always trying to just make yourself better by what you're putting in your body, water, just eating healthy, getting your body ready for practices, games, etc., scrimmages.
You've got a lot going on. You have a job, you're doing sports, you're doing the academics, you do a pretty good job in the classroom. Talk about that balancing act. How do you put it all together?
It's a lot to handle. You wake up early, you go to sleep late, trying to get all your homework done, study for tests. Then after all that's done, once you're done worried about academics, you got to worry about football, plays, everything. Try not to get rattled with yourself. It seems like a lot, but when you're in the moment, it's not really that bad.
You talk about getting coached up. Talk about the coaching staff at Lehman and trying to absorb as much information as you could and try to get better and things that you think that you're going to get better here for your senior season.
Coaches, they have once you get more comfortable with them, they start working better with you one-on-one. So I have Coach JR, the more defensive wide receiver core coach. He's always constantly in there with me talking about passing routes, defense coverages, ways to break down, ways to turn your body, just staying with it. They pay attention on film to what you're doing to make sure you're always either if you're running with bad form or doing something wrong, they make sure you're not hurting yourself in any ways. They correct everything you're doing, and they're always making sure you're at your best performance.
Who do you think hit that weight room hard for you guys, or who are you seeing in camp that say, wow, I think that person's going to have a pretty good year for us?
Ryan Iden and Zach Kolatinovich, they've really been in the weight room grinding out. They've been putting up big numbers. Justin James broke one of Connor McGovern's old records. Ryan Iden broke a record in the weight room. So those three, they've been very, very strong in the weight room. They're looking promising.
You got a good head on your shoulders. Talk about how you try to utilize that to your advantage as a leader on this team.
With the experience that I have, when you start to get rattled in the game or you see teammates getting rattled, you got to think to yourself, you're saying, okay, if they start getting rattled, everyone else starts getting rattled, and you got to calm them down, and you got to either make them focus in on what's going on or take their mind off it completely and just let them get back into it on their own with a little bit of your help. It's always, you have to watch out for yourself, but you also have to watch out for everyone else to make sure they're all intact.
How about the important people in your life at home that are pushing you along?
My dad is always constantly making sure I have the right equipment, good cleats, going to camps, making sure I'm all on top of practices, going to bed early, making sure I wake up on time, eating breakfast. And my mom's always there, also buying foods for me, making sure I also have everything I need along with that. Everyone's always making sure I'm always where I'm supposed to be at home.
Casey, we hope you have a fantastic year. Great to catch up with you.
Thank you very much.